Am I live? Hold on. I'm live. I'm just using StreamYard for the first time, and everyone told me to practice, and obviously I didn't. So now I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And it also just told me that I am not eligible for LinkedIn Live. Tell me something I don't know. Right, okay. So we should be live. Hi. I don't know if you do a comment, then at least I'll try and see it. I can see me live on my own pagey thingy. Oh, I can hear myself then. Oh, hi! I can see people in StreamYard. I'm also the wrong way round, so I find it really annoying. Okay, hi, Nicola, Rachel. Oh, I can practice doing things. Oh, what can I do? I'm just messing about with it. I should have done this with the practicing. Right, okay, so today I'm going live in multiple places. So if you are watching me, let me know. Say hi and let me know where you're live from. You're not live from LinkedIn because I'm not allowed live on LinkedIn. But what I thought I'd do this week is, it is the final week, or the sort of the launch week, if you like, to get into the final round of the LinkedIn Mastermind for this year. So if you don't sign up by this week, then that's it. You're out until we go again, which won't be till 2021. Let's hope 2021's a good one. Right? Okay, so what I thought I'd do is I'd do a series of masterclasses, a really condensed version of the 5-day challenge, really. I wanted to talk a little bit about the key things that I think are the most important when it comes to getting leads from LinkedIn. And also this week over in the LinkedIn marketing group, which I think you can see in the comments somewhere where I wrote them. I don't know where they went. Then you should be able to go to the LinkedIn marketing group this week as well and see the lovely Jackie Jagger, who's been an ambassador for years now and has been in the mastermind for years and has made her money back many times over, and now helps other people alongside me inside the challenge and in the mastermind group. And she's doing lives this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I think. Well, I should say in the comments where you can go and sign up for them. And sometimes it's just nice, isn't it? Because you see me banging on about it endlessly. I bet it'd be nice to see someone else's point of view. So, hi, Davis, you made it work. See, I can see that on my phone, Ed, and I can't see that in my comments. Oh, never mind. Anyway, it's working. That's the main thing. I can even do something fancy about joining the LinkedIn mastermind group later, but I don't think I can do all those things at once. So I'm just going to go for it. So I'm going to talk today about the first thing that you need to do, really, before you even start to look on LinkedIn. So let's look at LinkedIn. I think this is one of the things that surprises people when they do get into something like the challenge, or they get to work with me, or even they get into the mastermind. It is very much crucial that you start at the beginning, not at the end. So one of the questions I get, a lot of the questions I get asked around how do I get more engagement, like what's the best time to post, do I need premium, and all that kind of thing. And it's kind of like, actually what we need to do instead is way back and think about some actual basic so I'm looking at the comments now. Give some real basic thought to actually what am I going to LinkedIn for? So it's not just about, oh, how do I get leads for my thing? It's kind of like, what thing do I want to get leads for? Hello. So the first thing that I want you to do if you're thinking about approaching LinkedIn is to think about just focusing on selling one thing to one person at a time at one price. So what I mean by that is just having one core offer, or hook as I call it. So one core offer or hook, one core ideal client avatar or client persona, which we'll cover tomorrow in a bit more detail, and one price for your thing. And I know a lot of people kind of think, oh, but it's not that easy for me, and it's not, I've got all these things. And probably the most common problem, I guess, I see when people are struggling to make money is that they are offering too many things. They are trying to be too many things to too many types of people. They have these huge. So I tell you a story, like Michelle and Christian and I and Stu, we went to a restaurant, and it's a Chinese restaurant in town, and it's fabulous, really good. But we've got the menu, and there's anything like it. There's nothing in my hand, nothing to hand that's big enough to show you. But basically, they got this menu, and it was like 4 times the size of this. And we can't see each other, so we're sat in this restaurant like this. And this menu's huge. It's got all these different things. and all these different options. And it's kind of, even though you've been in a million Chineses, you're sort of thinking, oh, got all these different elements and all these different things that I need to be thinking about. So it kind of got super overwhelming. And, when going, are you ready to order? You're like, oh, not yet. And it just was really a lot of options. And when you go to a really fancy restaurant, you're only getting 3 choices max per course, and a really, really fancy restaurant will just give you a tasting menu where they decide what you're going to eat. It's almost like the more you spend, the less choice you get. And I think for me, choices mean friction. Lots of choices give people chance to procrastinate on making a decision, and this is what can really stop people. So what I want you to do just for this week, just to humour me, follow the process, is just choose one thing. So you might offer a million things to a million different people, but I just want you to choose one thing for this week for you to focus on. And the way that I help people to decide on what is that thing is something that I call my value, joy, profit triangle. So what I mean by that is having a look. So again, we've done it a million times, but the value, joy, profit triangle, it's a triangle for a reason. It needs to balance, and it's got 3 legs to it, if that makes sense. Now, the way to decide what your thing is going to be is look at all the things you could do, should do, want to do, might be able to do. Write them down. All the things you get asked to do, have done in the past, you might be able to do in the future, you've been made money doing, all that kind of stuff. Write them all down, and then look at each thing and just think, and actually go inwards and actually, I'll take a minute, take a breath, and just think of each of these things as you hold it up. It's always like Marie Kondo is, where does this, is this thing where I add the most value, or I get the most value from delivering it? Is this thing where I get the most joy in doing the work, or joy in the types of clients that I work with? And is this thing profitable now, or in the future? Is it the most scalable thing that I've got? Can I make the most possible money from this thing? Now, value, joy, profit it's just a series of questions to ask yourself about all the things that you could, might, should feel like you want to offer. And even if you're something like a VA, where you think, well, I can do all these different things, all these types of people, trust me, when you become a specialist, it makes it easier to find clients, and the more you can charge. So the more niche you are, so instead of being a VA, you could be a marketing VA, or even nicher than that. So Gemma's like an Instagram stories VA, marketing sort of assistant. Or you could be like a travel expert, you could be a diary management expert, you could be the person people go to get to email zero. Just having a niche like that, really hanging your hat on something like that, can make a huge difference in terms of getting people engaged and interested in your thing. It'll all fit together as we go through this week, but just for now, not forever, I want you to just pick one thing. Just pick one. And sometimes that's really difficult for people. But I want to pick your favourite thing that you could do all day, that you get paid well for, that you love doing, and it's going to help you hit your goals. So the other thing that we do in the challenge, in the mastermind, and everything, again, anytime I sit down in front of a client, customer, is what do you actually want to earn? What do you want this business to deliver for you? How much do you want to earn per month? How much do you need to earn? So looking at your actual life. So this is what I talk about, need to earn on your own. So forget any partners, husbands, wives, sugar daddies, anything like that. Just focus on me on my own and any dependents. How much do I need to earn to give myself the lifestyle that I've got? Yeah. And then I want you to look at your want to earn number. So how much do I need to earn to give me the lifestyle that I truly, truly, truly want? Yeah? And I'm not saying there's a massive disparagement in those two numbers, but for a lot of people, setting that stretch goal for that next lifestyle jump, whether it means having nice things, going to nice places, helping more people, investing more money, helping more people in terms of charity, helping, giving the people around you a nicer experience, starting different businesses, whatever it is that motivates you, that becomes like your mission. And one of the things that I talk about when it comes to mindset is like the mission. So the wants, the want that you have inside yourself to succeed, have success, whatever that means to you, the mission of what that's going to create in terms of moments when, for you and your friends, your family, and the people around you and people in need, the things that's going to create that mission is much more important than your mindset in the moment about any given thing. So we'll cover that when we get to content, probably when people feel really weird and cringy about putting stuff out there. It's kind of, well, your mindset in that moment is one thing, but that's transient, but your mission your goal that you're setting for you for the next stage goal is super important, because it's more important than how you feel in the moment. So hopefully that that helps in terms of really setting those big goals. So those need to win numbers and those want to win figures, and really have fun with it. Like if you want a full-time housekeeper, like look it up, see how much that's going to cost. You want a chef, look it up. You want a driver. These are just things that I want, but like, oh, brilliant. See, I can't see your name, sorry, because I've just got new to StreamYard and I can't work it, but you said, I've just done your 5-day challenge, and this exact step has helped me get 4 leads just today. Beautiful, thank you. I don't know how to put that on the screen, let me have a practice. Oh yeah, that's good, isn't it? I can't see your name, sorry. You have to sign in or something, or to give StreamYard position. But yeah, those are the things that I want you to really think about in terms of, before you kind of rush in to, right, Helen, tell me what time to post, and which I'll never do because nobody really knows. Anyone who says they do is a liar. Before you rush into, tell me what time to post, or tell me, do I need premium? How do I get more engagement? How can I get people to buy from me? I actually want you to sit and think about what you actually want, because that clarity and focus will help you in all areas of your business. And what I really like, how do I get rid of comments? I don't even know how I do this. Let's put Nicola's on. Oh, thank you, Nicola. The thing is these things are so crucial in all elements of your business. The biggest problem I see for a lot of business owners is overwhelm. Just generally, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to do, don't know what to say, don't know who I'm really talking to. I don't know what to sell, or things aren't working. I just want to keep selling more and more things. And instead, like, if you really truly know why you're doing what you're doing, then everything becomes easier, both in your head and your heart and mind, but also like front end, like in terms of the stuff that you post and the stuff that you say. So Nicola, can't listen to this. So I've learned so much, can't wait for round 2. I'm back on track this week, and this morning works my niching again. Don't hesitate, people, if you're not signed up already. That's exciting. Now, I don't know how to get rid of people. That's no offense, Nicola. Got no idea how to get people off the screen. I could replace it with this. This is fancy. Oh no, I can't replace it with that. Oh, for God's sake. I definitely should have practice, shouldn't I, guys? Oh, yes, done it. Right, okay. Thanks for that. Any other comments I can practice putting on the screen would be wonderful. Lisa Tech, yeah. So clarity and focus on how much you want to earn and how your business is going to deliver that. They can't go hand in hand on day one, basically, because when you know what your lifestyle is that you want to achieve, and the one thing you're going to sell, you can work out how many of those things you actually need to sell to hit that target. Now, the example of this for me was very much when I started out on LinkedIn. So, I said cheers, yeah, have I? I started these after 5 so I could have a wine with you. Cheers. Obviously, this is Helen wine. I haven't even got the bottle. That's how bad I am at promo. In fact, let me get it, because I might be the right way around. Hold on. See, it's slick. This is how slick it is. It's the right way around. So I was doing everything. So this is my wine. I haven't got a link for you to buy it because I haven't got it to hand, but we'll find it for you. Don't worry, we'll put it in the comments. So this is my wine. This is my Malbec, and it's delicious. And it says on the bottle, celebrate your hashtag wins with hashtag Helen Wine. So I'll just product place it there, yeah? Great. Okay, and if Michelle Ewan's watching this, which I don't think she is, but if she ever does, this is a wine weaver. So you can pour wine through this to aerate it instantly over the glass. Right, okay, back to my story. So when I talk about, setting a target, I didn't start using LinkedIn thinking I want to sell £1 million worth of the LinkedIn mastermind, or 2.8 million, or whatever it is now we're up to. I didn't set out with that intention. I set out with the intention that, the desperation that I needed to earn £2,500 a month to look after myself and my children. Oh, thank you. To celebrate. Oh, thanks. I think it's Lisa putting in the thing. Oh, let me put that on the chat. Thanks, guys. So I I was really in a bad place. Like, I had no real qualifications, had mental health problems, recently separated from a husband, 2 small children, no money. I was in a lot of personal debt. And, you know, there's some neighbours walking past. And LinkedIn saved me because it allowed me to it allowed me to set my profile up in a way that allowed clients to actually come and find me. And I didn't have to go to networking and pay £15. I didn't have to go and stand up and talk in front of people. Didn't have to drag the kids around all over the place, you know. So for me, it really saved me. And I was really clear about what kind of clients I wanted to find. So what I did was I knew who my ideal client was, and I knew I needed to make £250 a month, £2,500 a month. So what I did is I created one package. So I was a social media manager at the time. So I created one package. It was £250, no VAT at that time. So I was just starting out. And in it, I did, got X amount of Facebook posts, X amount of Twitter posts. So when I set up my LinkedIn profile, that's what I focused on. That was the one thing that I promoted. That was the one thing that I sold, and we'll cover all the different steps of that as we go. But the bit I did at the beginning was this clarity bit of, I know how much I need to earn to survive and look after it and thrive. You know, it's great. You know, you can live very well on that kind of money. And I knew I needed 10 clients. So what happened was, when people said, oh, can you do this for this? I'd be like, no, I can't. I just do this one package, one thing, one person, one price, and it's £250. Even if I got offered more money, I said no, because I just wanted to have 10 clients having the same service, paying the same amount on the same day. And I needed that for my own headspace. I needed that clarity and that focus there. So I could just focus on delivering for my clients. And I wasn't spending all day creating bespoke packages or worrying about how much money would be coming in or trying to work out the maths. I think I tried to make it so simple. I didn't want to have people having different levels of service. So I'd have different levels of, way to turn up and that kind of stuff. So that's really why that's really why I was so ruthless and focused, because I didn't have the headspace to do it any other way. Now I teach it, I can see the impact it has on people, because I do this work with thousands and thousands of people in challenge for free, and we see these these light bulb moments coming on and pennies dropping all over the show when people actually get their business out on a piece of paper and draw it out. So when you actually get it out of the box and you look at it and you look at all the different ways that you could make money, you feel like you should make money, you have made money in the past, all the different things you could do. But then when you realize, actually, I'm just going to choose things that I want to do, and the things that I love, that it's going to give me joy and I can make money from, and then I'm going to go and find that audience for them. And that's what LinkedIn really does allow us to do. So, a question, Mark. So the difference in my methods to cold calling is like, it couldn't be further apart. The main difference is that when someone comes to you on LinkedIn because of the work that you've done from learning from me, they already know who you are, what you're about, how much you're going to charge them, what outcomes you're going to deliver them. And they have made the decision to approach you. And as we know, people hate to be sold to, but people love to buy. Sales has never changed. So, my dad's in sales, nothing's changed. Needs-based selling, he calls it. But fundamentally, sales is always about being in the right place at the right time and having a solution for the customer in the moment, when they're in that moment where they're ready to buy. LinkedIn inbound, which is what I teach, how to use LinkedIn to create an ecosystem of your ideal clients around you and put out content for them and put out your offers and your pricing out there publicly, engage people publicly, not send any direct messages at all, not do any personalized requests, and just be very, very laid back in the way that we build our audience and we put our content out. I call it lighthouse marketing. So what I mean by that is, when you do things this way, you sound really strong in who you are and what you're about, what your values are, what your prices are, and your packages are, for example, in that example. Then you put your content out like a light, and then the right people are drawn to you, and then they're coming to you to ask to buy. Whereas cold calling, it works, because otherwise we wouldn't have hundreds and hundreds of call centers, right? Cold calling is just endless, hoping for the best, and occasionally you're going to land one. This is much better in terms of getting people to come to you, and there's just almost zero risk of rejection this way, because they're coming to you and they've decided they're ready to buy. They've got a problem that you can solve. They know it and they know how much it's going to cost, and they're approaching you to say, how do we do this? It's a lot nicer and a lot softer. Definitely, for sure. Yeah, so being proactive is good. I've worked in direct sales all my life, but I guess it would be good as another income stream. Yeah, so I get it. And I see this a lot. So I used to train all recruiters. I used to be a recruiter, and naturally, you know, we just want to get at people. And I see it a lot in LinkedIn when people start to build their audience of juicy potential prospects. I have to like hold them back. I have like to start like approaching them. Now, direct approaching people on LinkedIn does work, otherwise billions of people won't do it. But it works so slowly that it just damages your reputation as you go. So, for example, you can send out 100 messages. One person might respond that. Now people think you're different, would never want to work with you. People are very sensitive about that. If you're really unsure, post on LinkedIn asking if people like being messaged to build relationships in the DMs. The answer is no. The answer is absolutely no. Yeah, it can work here and there, but yeah, it's a different way of looking at things. In fact, it's the opposite way of looking at a lot of things. It's a slower process in terms of, you know, you're going to build your audience. People are going to come to you when they're ready, but it's so beautiful when it starts to work. It really is. And I've got hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of really, really positive feedback from people who, you know, these hashtag wins that we celebrate in the mastermind, where people every day are kind of going, I got a win, another lead dropped into my inbox. They're absolutely perfect. We've been connected for a while. They've been watching my stuff, and now they're ready to buy. So it kind of works really, 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 really well like that. Let's see. I know questions being shown. It's quite posh. I don't know who wrote that, because I think you have to sign up with the StreamYard or something to get permission. I don't know how it works. It's my first time. This is my StreamYard virginity on the go. How would a person use LinkedIn to get further in life in the nursing sector? So is this for recruitment? So you're looking for different jobs or better jobs? So very similar, if you follow the process, is getting really clear on what you want, really clear on the job that you want, or the opportunities or the companies that you want to work with, and really going for like building your audience, those people. So looking at people who are working in the nursing sector. So, you know, people who own nursing homes, people who are high up in, you know, the big organizations that own multiple homes, you know, home managers. We used to work a lot in care. So, you know, I know there's hundreds and thousands of people on there who are decision makers in care, so and nursing. And really strategically building your audience and putting yourself out there as the, you know, the answer to their problem. And the people in care have got massive recruitment problems. So I fancy you popping up into their feed with your content about what you do and how you love what you do and what you're about. I can imagine you getting approached by people direct wanting to hire you, definitely. Mark's going to go and check out my stuff. You are welcome. It'll probably drive you crazy though, because it's so it's lighthouse marketing if you're used to being on the phone all the time. So let me practice my ticker for you. I'm not even going to lie, I didn't make this up myself. The lovely Ed Davis did this for me. I quite like the ticker. No, it's a bit distracting. Okay, so what's so important about day one is for you to remember what's not important on LinkedIn. So what are we not going to cover this week? So today's been all about clarity and focus, choosing one thing to sell to one person at one time, at one price, just for now, not forever. And just decided, actually, of all the things I could do, would do, want to do, should do, feel like I could get paid to do, which is the one thing I'm going to focus on. What's my one hook or offer going to be? How much am I going to charge for that? And how many of those things do I need to sell to hit my target? So like literally you should be left with an actual number, which says, I need 10 clients, or I need 15 clients, or I need 28 users, or I need whatever it might be. So like, go and have a look and write it down on a piece of paper. Like, this is how much I need to earn. This is how much I want to earn. This is the one thing I'm going to choose of all the things I can do. And then this is how I'm going to go approach this. And this is how many things that I need to sell, basically, per month. So I'll come back to a question in a sec, Rachel. So one of the things that I want to talk about is the things not to worry about. So the things not to worry about are direct messaging anyone ever. This is my favorite thing about what I teach, is that you don't ever need to message anyone, and we don't allow you to message anyone. You don't even have to reply to people that are saying, hi, how are you? How's things? How's business? Is there anything I can help you with? All that kind of relationship building stuff that people have been teaching for years. You don't need to reply to any of that because they don't care. They don't actually care how you are and how you're feeling and what's going on. They're trying to start a conversation to build a relationship, to sell to you, which is fine. But once you know that and you can see it a mile off, you don't need to reply to them because they're not bothered. It's not rude. They're literally, they send that message out to hundreds and hundreds of people, so they're not going to bother if you don't reply. That'll give you so much more time. And then you're definitely not going to send any direct messages. You're not going to worry about things like LinkedIn groups. Absolute waste of time at the moment. Like, honestly, if I thought they had value, I would tell you. Facebook groups are amazing. LinkedIn groups, dog shit, they're just rubbish. We're not going to worry about things like LinkedIn ads because I can't find anyone who's got an actual proven, I can check it up, track record in LinkedIn ads at all. I'm not going to bother about things like algorithms, what time is the best time to post, like what time, how do I get someone to like and comment and share my stuff, or, should I be in an engagement pod? We're definitely not going to talk about engagement pods because they're gross, like don't do that. We're not going to bother about writing personalized connection requests because our headlines, which we'll talk about on Wednesday, are going to do all the work for us. And it's just going to be the basic things that you need to follow. Over the next 5 days, I'm going to explain them all one by one, so you can just go and start using LinkedIn. You don't need to give me any money. But if you want to give me some money, you can. I'm going to stop that scrolling because maybe it is a bit distracting. Maybe we could try this one instead. So this week's launch week. So this is the last week that you can join for next week, definitely. For next year, it's the last one for joining this year, sorry. But this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe. I don't know when, my head's in a bit of a shed. Then Jackie Jagger, who's lovely, will be in the LinkedIn marketing group. So you need to sign up with the comments, wherever they are. And there's a link to register for those lives. And Jackie just goes through all the process that she's found from doing the mastermind and being an ambassador for the last couple of years and doing a lot of the calls when people are interested in buying. So she's got a lot of insider knowledge, and it must be nice to see someone other than me talking about it. Rachel, regarding the recruiting. So when you're doing recruiting and you want to put out looking for different roles, then that just comes down to your content. So you just tailor your content to each role as each one comes up. But Danielle Mills is the expert in recruitment and LinkedIn. She might be worth absolutely speaking to. So mine's much more about getting leads from LinkedIn. But yeah, Ed says in the comments that for some reason I can't see on here because I'm just winging it. He says, I hate you when they slide into the DMs and try and build a relationship. Yeah, I mean, I get why people teach it. It seems to make sense, but actually when you think about it, everybody hates it, like everyone. So it's kind of, it's done to death. It's like 90s stuff now. Don't do it. Let people come to you. People hate to be sold to. They love to buy. Trust me on this. I've been getting leads from LinkedIn for many, 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 many years now. I've taught hundreds, thousands of people how to get leads from LinkedIn. We've had probably 20,000 people go through the free challenge. We've got 2,000 something or 1,200 or something in the paid LinkedIn mastermind group. And we've just got tons and tons and tons of evidence. So when you feel like, if you've just met me or you've just followed me or you're watching me in one of my groups or something, you think, she seems to be a bit like arrogant. It's not arrogance, it's absolute confidence. This stuff will work, and it'll work for you no matter who you are and what your business is. So if you think LinkedIn's not for you, it's a good chance it definitely is for you. So the more not for you think it is, the more for you it is, because it means the opportunity is even better. So a lot of people think it's not for me because I'm B2B, or I'm a local business, or I'm not very professional, or I'm a bit spiritual, or I like to swear and drink wine, or I sell to a really niche market, or my industry is really boring, or I'm a network marketer, or I just sell things through. I'm a tradesman, for example, or a cleaner. I sell products. I sell a dog groomer. I sell windows, or anything that you can sell on LinkedIn, and you can get leads for it. Whether if it's something in people's hearts and minds, like I'm a weight loss coach, or a divorce or trauma or addiction specialist, or something you think people would never identify or talk about on LinkedIn. They may not, but you can still get leads this way, because the lighthouse method means that people are being attracted to you. And when people are attracted to you, you can talk about anything. And the right people, when they see it, and we'll talk about that this week, about how to create that ecosystem and put things in the right place and content and stuff like that. the right person sees it when it's something that they feel in their hearts and minds, or it's something really practical they want to buy. You're going to be in the right place at the right time, which means you're going to sell more. And it sells in such a lovely way to sell, because people are just buying rather than you're selling. Like I can't really teach you how to close, because I don't ever need to close, and my clients and customers don't really need to close. And I'm not here to convince anyone to buy from me, and I'm exactly the same in all of my businesses. It's always been like, I don't need to convince people to buy from me, because people who see me, find me, love me, want to buy from me, they find me, they love me, they approach me directly and say, can I buy from you? So it's a nice way, and it's a gift. I'm really lucky that I'm able to share this gift with people, because sales and business can feel, I meet a lot of people who, it makes them very anxious, makes them very stressed, and they're perhaps really caught up in, investing or thinking about investing lots of money into things like, all these other, sort of business methods and blueprints and strategies and all that kind of stuff, and Facebook ads and Facebook strategies and funnels, and everything's the next big thing. And I get that. And the thing is about LinkedIn, it is like that weird uncle at a wedding, isn't it? Like, no one's like, oh, LinkedIn's so sexy, let me over there. Like, it is a bit weird, and it is a bit awkward, and it is full of idiots, but it's like such an unprecedented opportunity for people to really cash in some money, because it's full of people, 650 or something million people, like, just there, and no one's using LinkedIn like this. So, well, they are thousands of people I've trained, but think how many other people there are. My dad sometimes says, well, what about when everyone's run out of, like, you've trained everyone? And my dad, there's plenty more to go at, definitely. So yeah, my salt lamp in the background is not even plugged in, look, at the moment. It's absorbing the toxins from the wine as we speak, hopefully. So as well as what we're not going to do, we're going to talk about what to do, obviously. So I'm going to give you like just the key things. Like, you only really need to do 3 things a day on LinkedIn, but the really important work is the work you do today and tomorrow. So today is all about getting clarity and focus and choosing one thing to sell to one person at one time. And I know that's much more difficult, and you'll feel a lot more resistance to that than it felt like when I said that sentence, but it's okay, because we've got you and you can do that. Put any comments in this thread if you're struggling. Then tomorrow we're going to talk about ideal client avatar and really defining them and creating them and bringing them to life. I'm having fun with it. Yes, marketing can be fun, right, guys? And then Wednesday, we're going to talk about putting it all together into a headline. Thursday, we're going to talk about searching and finding our ideal clients, I presume. I'm just guessing. And then Friday will be content, definitely. So I'm not sure what time Friday's live will be yet, but I'll hopefully give you the heads up. But I'm aiming to do around 5 o'clock, Monday to Thursday this week. And Jackie's got her lives as well in the evening. I think it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I think. Right. That's it, guys. So hopefully that's useful today. Niche. The more niche you are, the easier it is to find clients, the more you can charge, the more specialist you are, the better, in my opinion. Other opinions are available. Really understand what you need to earn, what you want to earn, figures are, and work out how many of your things you need to sell to hit them. It sounds basic, but it can be absolutely game-changing. So go and crack on with that today, because then when we come to tomorrow and we're choosing one ideal client, then hopefully it will make things a little bit easier in the process. Right, over an hour. Have a lovely evening. Hopefully I'll be able to leave the studio, because I've never done this before, but fingers crossed. Lots of love. Bye, guys.